I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out of here before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Different live free picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And for those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. So let's meet the cappers and get right to the picks, as we don't mess around here on the drive-thru. Let's hear to Joey. Joey, what's going on?
What's going on, Tony? Happy Monday. New week. Ready to make some money. Hope you had a good weekend.
Very good weekend for me. There, let's say hello to Brian. Brian, what's up?
Definitely can't complain. The month of July has definitely started off on track for me. Hoping to ride the hot streak into NFL preseason football is just around the corner.
Yeah, right, 31st. It's around a couple corners. We need a couple turns to get there, but not too far. Let's hit it. Rod, what's happening?
No, not too much, Tony. It's them dog days of summer, so trying to stay alive and staying ahead on the MLB. Sometimes you can't get too high on the low days, but hey, those happen. So that was my Sunday. It wasn't the greatest Sunday for me, but hey, looking to start the week strong. You know, we're looking over the last 90 days, still been making money. So over the long haul, that is the key here, is putting money in your pocket long term. That's the way to go. Can't go judge off of one day. One day, yes, I got what? Next day, bounce back. So let's kick off the week winning here. Small card, but hey, I think there's some nice spots to make some money here on this slate.
Play the games, exactly. Let's say hello to Kirk. Kirk, what's going on?
Not much. How you doing today?
Doing good. What about you? What do you got? What did you
Yeah,
do over the
not
weekend?
too bad. It was solid. Not too much action for me over the weekend. Really been just over the summer already. Need that soccer back. Need that NBA. I guess the summer league's there, so I'll probably be dabbling in the summer league a little. But yeah, just baseball has been kicking me this year. So excited for the weather to turn into fall and to have some football on the horizon soon.
That's right. Not too far away there. Javon, what's happening?
Yeah, what's going on, Tony? Yeah, the weekend was positive for me. It seems to be like that's recently, on a little nice little run. So just looking to keep it going, day in and day out. Waiting, like everyone else waiting for football to come through. So here we are. It's always good when baseball is coming into form. So that's where it's at over on this side.
A lot of volume in baseball, like 10 to 15 games a day. Got some W's sprinkled in, so let's get to the games here, guys. We'll start with Major League Baseball. Just a quick look here to look at any weather situations. 46% chance of rain in Cincinnati there in that one. Let's see, 26% there in KC. Any other rain situations? No, it doesn't look too bad across the country. Of course, Yu Darvish makes the start. Pavetta was penciled in yesterday, but Yu Darvish will make his 2025 debut here for San Diego today. That's one of the changes that we see here. Colton Gordon will go for Houston today as well. Of course, what colors? We've got, let's see, Burke and Berrios still. All right, so Keter Montero will get the start there for Detroit. They were undetermined until about last night when we found out Keter Montero getting the start here for Detroit. So let's get to the games here, guys. Major League Baseball, 10-game card, 2 blocks of 5. So let's get right to it here. We'll get started. We start here, game here, starting in about half an hour. We got Rays and Tigers. We got the Rays $1.09. Total sits here at 7.5. Rockies and Red Sox. The Red Sox $2.25. Total of 10. Marlins and Reds. The Reds $1.33. Total of 9. Pirates and Royals. KC up to $1.43. Total of 8.5. Dipping down from that 9 we saw earlier. And then we'll close this block off with Blue Jays and White Sox. Toronto $1.57. Total 8.5. We get it underway here with Kirk.
Yeah. Red Sox coming off a really good weekends against Nationals, scoring 10, 11, and 6. I'm going to take the Yurfie in this game. Gomber has pitched well in his one road start of the season, but besides that, he's given up 11 runs in about 15 innings, so he's due for about a run a game, and with how well the Red Sox are hitting right now, I'll take the Yurfie or even just push it to Red Sox over 0.5 runs in the first inning. You can get almost plus money there, so take the Yurfie in that game.
All righty there from Kirk. Next up, we move right on over to Rod.
Yeah, looking at that Pirates and Kansas City game, I'm going to take the under there in that matchup. We look what the Pirates did over the weekend, and wasn't a whole lot of nothing, no scoring there in that one. And the Royals at home, man, they've just struggled. They're on their own losing streak. It looked good on the road, but not at home. In these Royals, what is it, 11 straight as a home favorite? They've lost. So kind of leaning to the Pirates, but I'll grab the under. I think it's come down from what it was this morning at 9 down to 8.5. I still like the under there in that one. And you know what? I'm looking at this Colorado Boston game as well. And this totals went up the other way. It's went up to 10 in most places. Someone's thinking we're going to see a whole lot of runs and offense in that one in Boston. And you know what? I'm going to go the other way. I like the under 10 here in that one. Colorado out on the road, 28-15 to that under this season. Boston at home, 24-19 to the under at home. And you look at Colorado versus pitchers who don't go more than 5 innings, 5-0 to the under. I'm going to take the under 10, Colorado and Boston. A couple I like early.
There we go from Rod. Next up, we got Joey.
Yeah, so I like a few more in the later slot, but in this one, I like the Tigers on the money line here. In my opinion, Tigers are one of the best home teams. The Rays bullpen has been smacked around lately, which really is not a confident spot for me here. Shane Baz has about 3+ runs in 5 of his last 7 starts, so he's definitely allowed some sharp contact here on Tigers can around the bases. Peter Monteros, he's perfect at home this season, and he's won 5 straight starts for the Tigers when slated as a starter here. So I'm going with the Tigers on this short price. And I also agree with Rod on the under in the Royals and the Pirates.
From Joey. All right, next up, we move right on over to Javon.
Yeah, I'm on the over in the Red Sox game. When Fitz is on the mound, he pretty much gives up runs. And, Austin Garber, I expect him to give up runs. He's a lefty. Sox have been smashing lefties. Sox have been basically smashing anyone who's in their way. And, they've been lesser teams. Washington over the weekend. And I think that continues against this Colorado bunch. If they don't get to Garber completely, they're going to get to that bullpen. So I like the over. If you're going to touch the Sox, you got to extend it. So, I'm not going to touch the side, but, that's my advice if you're going to touch the Red Sox. I mean, Colorado, they are coming off a win. If you're not feeling the Red Sox on the run line, you could possibly roll with the Rockies, but I wouldn't do that because I think that Boston's going to, lay the wood to them. And I do agree. I'm on the under in the KC-Pittsburgh game. It's not so much the pitchers. It's just the ineptness of the two lineups. So that's just the long and the short of it with that one.
There we go from Javon. Next up, we move right on over to Brian.
Yeah, I hate to go against my good buddy Joey here, but I think as far as the early slot goes, I think my favorite play is the Tampa Bay Rays. If you see the Detroit, I almost said the Lions and Tigers, the best team in baseball, and you always got to look twice when you see the best team in baseball at home, basically the underdog here. Shane Baz, if you look at his last 5 starts, his only clunker was the one, I believe, against the Detroit Tigers. The other starts, he's gone deep 6, 7, 8 innings in a start. I think the Tampa Bay Rays in the second half of the season are going to be a team to look out for. So I'm going to take Tampa Bay today on the money line.
Yeah, from Brian, I tell you what I think about some of these games here for today. I'm going to look here at Cincinnati in this spot. Miami just 226 over their past 6 games. Reds have hit righties pretty well. Jansen Junk is past 5 starts, ERA near 5. Singer has put up some good numbers over his past 5. Miami's a dog on the road, 5-7. It's even money to plus 150. Reds have been really good here against these NL teams, hitting 255 or lower at home, 10-5. I'll take them in that spot. I'll take run line with the Blue Jays here. They've been red hot here. They're hitting the ball well, 285 over their past 7. Barrios in his 8 road starts, ERA just over 3. And their home night games this year, White Sox 8-12, the run line, losing 6.5 units. I'll look at Toronto run line in that one. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru as we continue here with Major League Baseball. And we'll close it out with these final 5 games on the board. They will be Dodgers and Brewers. Dodgers $1.35, total 7.5. Guardians and Astros. Houston $1.23, total 7.5. Rangers and Angels. Rangers $1.29, total 7.5. D-backs and Padres. The Padres $1.17, total sits here at 8. We close out tonight. The Phillies make that trip out to the Bay Area to face the Giants. Phillies $1.29, total 7.5. Start the block off here with Kirk.
Yeah. Only thing I'm looking at here is the Rangers versus Angels game. Two offenses that haven't been great for the majority of the season, and Kikuchi and DeGrom have both played really well this season. I know they over under 7.5, but I could see a 4-3 game maximum. So I'm gonna take the under here. I think the line kind of tells you that it's gonna go under. So I like the under in the Rangers Angels game with the pitchers on the mound.
From Kirk, next up we move right on over to Rock.
Yeah, for me, I agree, but I'm going to take the first 5 in that Texas Rangers Angels game under the 3.5. Their first 5. I think this Angels squad definitely going to need Kikuchi to go deep into this game because that bullpen's been used up a little bit taxed. Are the Angels bullpen over the weekend, so they'll need him to go at least 5-6 innings there. And we know what DeGrom's been doing, just dealing. He'll go 5 or 6 as well. So maybe the under 3.5 in the first 5 in that one. And then looking at the Arizona game, taking on the Padres. Yep, Yu Darvish getting a start here in this one. I like Yu Darvish. You definitely get pitched better than Zach Gallen. Zach Gallen, congratulations. You had a good start last time out. Went 7 innings. Still gave up 5 hits, couple runs, 1 home run. He's given a home run up at least 1 in his last 6 starts as Zach Gallen. I call him Zach Fallen. Zach Fallen for good reason. He doesn't put back-to-back starts together. I'll take Yu Darvish on the money line and the Padres in that one to take it to Arizona in that one.
Yeah, from Rod. All right, next up we move right on over to Joey.
I'm taking the Brewers here at home. I think this is a really solid price for them. Dodgers bullpen, they've been getting pretty hosed the last couple of games, and we've said all season, they've got some injuries as well. Brewers pitching is pretty strong. Freddie Peralta's on the hill, and their bullpen has been great over the last week with a 1.77 ERA. I definitely think the Brewers can out-hit the Dodgers here and get a win. The other one I'm looking at here is the Rangers. I think this definitely will be a pitching battle between Kikuchi and Jacob deGrom, but the Rangers bats, in my opinion, I just think they can score more here. DeGrom's 5-0 his last 6 starts, and the Rangers are 6-0 in his last 6 appearances. Angels are 1-3 straight up in Kikuchi's last 4 starts. I think Rangers get a win here.
Yeah, from Joey, next up we move right on over to Javon.
Yeah, I also think that the Rangers get it done behind Jacob deGrom. He's looking like the old Jacob deGrom. Not only is he shutting opponents down, opposing lineups down, he's going deep in the ball games, a deep-ish in the ball games. 6, 7. He used to go regularly 7 to 8. Prior to his injuries. But with that said, on the other side, Kikuchi, the Rangers have been able to hit him. That's one thing that I've noticed, and I think they could get to him. If they don't get to him, they'll get to that bullpen. So it'll be the Rangers for me. Nasty spot. I'm on the Cleveland Guardians. The price isn't as friendly as it was earlier today or when it opened, but nevertheless, 10-game losing streak. I'm trying to catch the fall knife from this one, going up against Astros team who, did what they had to do by sweeping the Dodgers, the defending champs, over the weekend. It looks like a class of letdown spot, as they would say in basketball terms. So looks like a perfect storm for me to back the underdog. And then I'm on the Phillies and Giants under, preferably first 5. You're just dealing with 2 pitchers who would get it done. Christopher Sanchez, he's not going to get hit. I believe in Landon Rook. He's been surprisingly good as well. So I think it's going to be a lower scoring affair in the first 5. And if you want to take a full game, I think that'll be a hitter as well.
And there from Javon. Next up. We move right on over to Brian.
Yeah, this time me and my buddy Joey, we align here. I like the Milwaukee Brewers at home on the money line. Dodgers just not as good on the road. Sure, they're over 500, but definitely they play the worse baseball on the road than at home. They're off that 3-game. They've lost 3 in a row to the Houston Astros. I think Yamamoto and Freddie Peralta definitely cancel each other out here. It comes down to the bullpen. I like the Brewers here to get it done at home.
There from Brian. I think we got through everybody in this block, right? Yes, we did. All right, I'll tell you what I think about this game. Just flashing across my screen here. Looks like Glasnow is going to come back to the rotation this week. So that's something to break in here over the wire here. Yeah, I agree with the under here. with the Rangers and the Angels. We're looking here at Texas hitting just 231 against lefty starters. LA just 222 over their past 6 games. They had that long trip from Toronto. Had to get through customs too to get into LA. So I'll look at the under in that one. DeGrom has been sharp. Kikuchi, look at his splits at home. Kikuchi, 8 home starts, ERA of 1.12. So I'll look at the under there. I like San Diego. They got to get it done in this homestand. They have a 10-game homestand here, and they don't want to be having to chase teams for a wild card. They got to start getting that separation mode here. I think this is the homestand to do it. Padres have been very good home favorites here, 14-4 when line between even money and minus 150. D-backs 5-14 on the road in these coin flip prices. The San Diego Bats wake up in divisional games this year, 281 in their 22 games against the West. You got to play good against the West if you want to get in the playoffs. Gallen, we know, has been struggling. 10 starts, ERA over 6. Arizona's bullpen's nothing to write home about. I'll look for a good outing there for Darvish. Darvish is a pro. He, like Rod said, he has. If you look at only one minor league start, well, he's a late 30-year-old veteran. They're not going to have you write buses in El Paso. You're going to do these little simulation starts like they did with Ohtani at home. I mean, that's what you do for your elite pitchers. You don't send them to the minors and have them do these road trips. So he's got enough work in already. So we don't have to worry about him. And we saw Burns come back, right? Burns came in, Ohtani came in, looked pretty sharp. So I see no problem with a veteran like Darvish coming in and having his stuff here. So I like him in that spot. Got to go under in that the night games in San Francisco. But Sanchez has been sharp. Roop has been sharp at home this year. Philly just 237 on the road. Giants hitting 236 against lefty starters. But look at Sanchez over his past 5 starts, ERA of 1.80. So it's about the same ERA for Roop in his home starts. And Philly's bullpen got the job done in that Philly series, so I'll look at them in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. As we turn our attention over to the W, 2 games on the board for tonight. Valkyries and the Dream. Here we go here with the Dream, 7.5, total 158. Wings and Mercury. The Mercury 6, total sits here 163.5. Get the block underway here with Kirk.
Yeah, I'm going to look at the Wings here. Beckers has really been playing well. They've won 4 of their last 6, and even the games they lost in OT, lost to Indiana by 8, lost to the Aces by 4. They've been hanging around in games. They've looked better. Beckers looks like she's been acclimating better, even though she has been playing well for most of the season, but it's finally turning into wins. So I know it's a revenge spot for the Mercury. I think 6 is a little bit too much, so I'm going to take the Wings plus 6 here and maybe even sprinkle on the money line.
Here we go with Kirk. Next up, we move right on over to Rod.
Yeah, for me, looking at that Wings game, this Dallas squad, hey, they're starting to play some defensive basketball. Like over the last 5, holding teams to 40% field goal shooting. So as much as we bash Dallas not playing defense, well, guess what? They're learning how to play some defense and picking up their play. So give me the under there between Phoenix and Dallas. And then I'm going to take the Valkyries here in the first half because I trust them here in the first half. So far this season, they're when they fail to cover a spread, they bounce back in that first half where they're perfect, 5-0 ATS-wise in the first half. And you'll give me 4 points, I'll take it. Give me the Valkyries plus the 4 in the first half in that one. I really think Atlanta probably pulls away late in that game as well. So Valkyries first half, the Atlanta Dream, full game. I think they win by 10 plus. They pull away late in the second half.
There with Rod. Next up, we move on over to Joey.
Yeah, I'm going the other way. I think the over in Dallas and Phoenix, similar to what Kirk was saying, Dallas is definitely getting a lot more competitive, and I definitely think that's going to push it to the over here. Wings have gone over in 4-6. Merc have gone over in 5-6. This is also a revenge spot for Phoenix, so that's a little bit more added motivation here to hit some shots, so I think this one goes over. Maybe not by much, but I think it goes over.
Here we go with Joey. Next up, we move right on over to Javon.
Yeah, Ross stole my thunder with that Valkyrie first half. I do, not to say trust them in the first half, but I think that their competitive juices on the road would be more apt to cover this spread in the first half as opposed to full game. Atlanta, no, that's the other game. But Atlanta lost a close one in their last game, 1 point loss, to the Storm. So given that situation, I expect them to bounce back. They're still at home. They should get it done full game. But, first half, I think it's a tight one. As far as the other game, I would like to be on the Wings. The only thing about it is Atlanta's lost their last two. You know, and I think a bounce back is in order, especially given that the first game, of this home and home, losing to the Wings. I think they might bounce back in this one. It's at one of a funny number at 6. So it's not a game that engenders confidence. As far as I'm concerned, but when it's all said and done, I could see it going both ways. I would say I would back the points, but I could see Atlanta opening it up on them late in the game. So it's really a no play for me. Sorry.
All right, move on. The teasing, the great tease there. Over to Brian.
Boy, I thought I got teased by my girlfriends on a Friday night, but oh boy. Anyway, I like the Golden State Valkyries plus the points for the full game. This team's been pretty much consistent, playing better than people expected. 11-6 against the number. Atlanta was hot there for a little bit. They've cooled off recently. So for me, I think it's a 2-possession win here at max for Atlanta. I'm going to take the points here with the Golden State Valkyries.
There from Brian. All right, we're going to get to the Parlay Purple segment. I just want to relay some of the information. It is a travel day for some teams in playing, so you're going to get some rest outs here. So O'Neal Cruz out for Pittsburgh for rest. O'Neal Cruz out tonight for the Pirates. Duran out for Boston with rest. So we got some guys needing some load management here for baseball players. So there you go. There you go. Oh, it's been going on for years. Some guys need rest. So
I need some load management. What's going on here? Give me a day off.
Yeah. There you go. So there you go with the updates. All right, now it's time for our Parlay Purple segment where our cappers can give out a parlay. They can give out a team player prop, game of the future. Just to make note, we will be on the air during the All-Star weekend next week like we always do. We'll cover some we'll cover some MLB Home Run Derby, All-Star Game, NBA Summer League, because we'll be in Vegas. NBA Summer League will be in Vegas. For those that cover it, and of course, that's the time that if you want to cover, we'll be covering also season win total. So if you don't got anything from baseball or W or Summer League, then come in with an NFL or college football season win totals. That'll be the menu for next Monday and throughout next week until we get to baseball the following Friday. So just to keep you guys up to date on what's going on here. All right, so let's get to the Parlay Purple segment. We'll start it off here with Kirk.
Yeah, I'm going to go PSG to win the Nations League. They've looked like the best team all season, and right now, since they're up against Madrid in the next game, you can get them at plus money to win the tournament. I don't really see them losing to anyone. So pretty good value, I'd say there.
There we go with Kirk. Next up, we move on over to Rod.
Here, I'm going to give you some ribby props. Here's 3 for you. We're going to take Gavin Sheets for a ribby. We're going to take Cronenworth for a ribby. And then Boston game, we're going to take Mickey Moniak for a ribby for the Rockies. All big plus monies on all 3 of those ribbies.
There from Rod. Next up, we move right on over to Joey.
Yeah, I got a home run parlay here. Manny Machado of the Padres and Hunter Goodman of the Rockies. Each hit a home run.
From Joey, up next we have Javon.
Rockies, Red Sox over. Phillies, Giants under first 5.
From Javon, next up we move on over to Brian.
I'm going to parlay the Tampa Bay Rays on the money line combined with the Milwaukee Brewers, and I'm going to toss in those Golden State Valkyries plus the points.
There from Brian, I'll give you what I got here. That tonight I like the Reds with the Dodgers and Brewers under the total. All right, we got you through our Parlay Purple segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Pick Dogs. We're heading into a week of action here. Right, the week before the All-Star break, teams got to make their moves, get to the break with momentum here. Also action from the WCFL later in the week. So let's take a look, see what Kirk has got for sale over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Kirk, what you got?
Yeah, slow day. I only got 1 play, but soccer tomorrow for the Club World Cup. I'll have a play up for that. And probably Summer League once it really starts going. So that'll be starting this weekend. So definitely a lot more for me as the week progresses.
Yep, Vegas Summer League. I think the 10th, I think it starts here in Vegas. There, so get on board with Kirk over at Pick Dogs Premium. Promo code PICK will save that 15% off. Let's see what Brian's got for sale over at Pick Dog Premium. Brian's put up some impressive numbers over the last 30 days. These are based on $100 unit wagers, 2,822 units of profit. Document the last 30 days. What you got for sale, Brian?
My best bet today is in the WNBA, where I'm on a 22-6, 79% run, ranked number 1 in the WNBA. Get that best bet titanium for $25 over at pickdogs.com. Maybe match me up with Capper here on a 2-for-1 Capper special. Definitely gonna light it up for the next month.
Light it up with Brian over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the results here, all documented at Pick Dogs Premium. Check out Brian's Handicapper page for his pick offerings as well as his documented records. Let's see what's on tap with Javon over at Pick Dog Premium. Javon's been red hot last 60 days. What you got, Javon?
Yeah, last 60 days, last 12 months, calendar 2025. Last 7, yeah. I mean, it's been rolling over on this side. 15-5 last 8 days. 12-4 in July. You know, hey, listen. The fact of the matter is, this is where I like to be on the eve of football season. You know, like to be winning in baseball. That's what we're doing. Looking to keep it going. Not going high volume in baseball because that's what eats me up. Just taking 1, 2, 3 plays per day and been, hitting them. WNBA also been heating up in that sport. So check out something long term. That's your best bet. We're gonna make a profit. That's just what it is on this side, year in and year out. And match me on one of the other handicappers or several of us for the multi-capital emotional. You can't go wrong here. Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs.
Get on board here with Javon over at Pick Dog Premium. Multi-cap promotion also available, so get on board. Let's see what Rod's got for sale over at Pick Dog Premium. Rod's been hot last 90. What you got, Rod?
And for me today, I got a nice little 3-pack. It's Money Monday, so in that 3-pack, you'll see my 10-star play of the month. Love that play in the MLB over there. My 10-star play, that's included in that Money Monday triple, so 3 plays in the MLB. To continue to stay hot. Been hot in the MLB over the last month, so definitely trying to stay above board. It's the dog days of summer, and then WNBA play of the day as well. Looking to go back-to-back on it. We hit it on Sunday with Seattle, so looking to go back-to-back there. You can get that up singly, or as all the cappers alluded to, best way to go is 2 pairs up, 2 cappers, 3 cappers, 4 cappers, pairs all up that you see on the drive-through today, and let us put some money in your pocket. Either way, you've seen all of us, I think, on the leaderboard in some form or another, kicking the bookie's butt. So definitely jump on board. Don't forget the promo code PICK at checkout. Save 15% off. But jump on board over at Big Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's get it.
Get NBA with Rod over at Pick Dog Premium. Verify those numbers on Rod's handicapper page as well as see what he's got for sale in his pick offering. So let's see what Joey's got for sale over at Pick Dog Premium for tonight's action. Joey, what you got?
Yeah, I got 2 plays up for tonight, 1 MLB and 1 WNBA. It's my MLB NL West game of the week. I went 3-0 on game of the weeks last week, and I'm on a 16-8 MLB run. You can use a code PICK for 15% off that play.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Joey over at Pick Dogs Premium. PICK is the promo code. Will save you that 15% off. Also, I'm up on the board right now with the play from Major League Baseball. Best bet as well as a 3-pack bundled in my best bet. Don't get them both. Bad time for this to happen. What you got over, Brian, over at Pick Dogs on the YouTube?
Yep, I got my sharp betting contrarian prediction every day at the Pick Dogs YouTube channel, and soon I'll be headed home next week, and then I'll be more of a regular in the morning show. The weekends, we'll see what goes on during the week as well.
All right, and Joey, you covering NASCAR over on the YouTube.
Yes, sir. Saw your into it, Joey Tron. We cashed a nice ticket on Ty Gibbs' top 5 over the weekend at the Chicago Street Race. This weekend, we're heading to Sonoma. Like and subscribe, and you'll be notified as soon as it drops on Thursday night.
And Ron, you're pretty much a regular here on the drive-thru.
Yeah, definitely regular here on the drive-thru. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Tune in. We'll get some more winners.
Kirk, you got a lot going on over on the Pick Dogs YouTube. You cover potpourri of sports, and also you're really heavy into soccer when we get back in the soccer season.
Yeah, you said it pretty well. Soccer, once it gets back, basically 50 games a weekend or a week I'm covering at least. So as I said, I miss it, but when I get into it, I don't know if I really do. Because Goran likes to cover every obscure team in the top 5 leagues. So I think sometimes it's all right to let something. So I'll have a talk with him before the season, but I'm definitely excited for the bigger games.
I know there's a team called the Young Boys, and I like to see the Jersey Boys. They make a team in Jersey.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, Jovan, of course, we catch you here on the drive-thru. Also the weekends, and you got that Parlay video series.
Yeah, and real quick, I buried the lead. I have one play up on the board. Should be a hitter. Move on. Yeah, got one up on the board. Got a parlay short up on the board. Check that out. And then I'll be here back on Friday, and then for the morning show Saturday and Sunday.
Very good. Yeah, I was trying before I got interrupted by these gardeners here. I had a best bet on the board for Major League Baseball as well as a 3-pack on the board right now. My 3-pack's bundled. My best bet's bundled in 3-packs, so don't buy them both. Buy one or the other, or go with my long-term pass. I am the number one unit producer over at Pick Dogs in Baseball this year, so get on board with me or match me up with your favorite cappers with the multi-capper promotion, making it even greater value there. All right, guys, we're with you here Monday through Friday here on the drive-thru, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, be live with us to get the plays for you in real time. Back tomorrow again at live at 6 Eastern. Anybody have any closing words before we close it out?
Pick the Aces tomorrow morning early. It's early WNBA action, so we won't be able to cover it here on the drive-thru. That game will be over. So I don't like what I've seen from the Liberty until they pick up their play. I'll be fading them. So give me the Vegas Aces plus the points tomorrow morning.
Very good there from Rod. All right, that's going to do it here for everyone here on the drive-thru. Make it a winning day. We're going to wake up. Bye, guys.